For 2 days now, LEGO fans have been gathering at the Dulles Expo Center in Chantilly, Virginia. But today, they come together for a different reason. A trivia challenge for a LEGO toy line that was not just cancelled once, but twice. I'm Tenebrae Invictus, and this is the BrickFair Virginia 2018 collection. BIONICLE is a buildable action figure toy line by LEGO that ran from 2001 to 2010, and had another run from the winter of 2014 to 2016. Much to the chagrin of brick-based purists, the presence of the toy line increases each year at BrickFair Virginia. It was only fitting, then, for BIONICLE's fanbase to put together a prestigious tournament dedicated to the theme. Attendees came from different US states and countries to compete in a high-stakes quiz, a test of how much they know about BIONICLE. I sat down with the host and a few attendees to hear their experiences, if you will, their roads to BrickFair. To get to know the attendees better, I first asked them what they had sacrificed in order to make it to the challenge.
A lot of financial sacrifices made, and also a lot of hair loss for LQ too. I won't say it was my fault, but we sacrificed LQ's hair and age.
And we sacrificed a lot to come to BrickFair this year. Specifically, we sacrificed Leo and our friendship with him.
While these two were busy sacrificing each other to succeed, a different attendee shared she gave up the most important thing of all for this event.
My main sacrifice was a lack of sleep.
But would that be enough? I then met with Eljay, who is the insane BIONICLE brain behind the trivia challenge. So describe to me the difficulty that you intended the BIONICLE trivia challenge to be.
Oh, soul crushing. Honestly, I intended for no one to win that. Because, I mean, look at the prize. It's a giant box of every G2 set. There are only two known to exist. The first one that LEGO gave away for one of the contests, and the one BZ Power had. And listen, I'm not saying that I don't trust anyone other than a notable member of the BIONICLE community to have it. I'm just saying that I feel as though that rare piece of BIONICLE memorabilia belongs in safe, trustworthy hands. Like Messo's, or mine, or Black Six, or mine.
Despite Eljay's hard work, it would seem that the race for the prize would not be deterred by his difficult questions. So what would it mean to you to be crowned the champion of the BIONICLE Trivia Challenge?
It would mean vindication. I could finally say that I am the one with the most BIONICLE knowledge.
I mean, I guess it would mean something, I don't know. I mean, I already know I'm gonna win it anyway.
Well, Eljay believes he's created something that's unbeatable. How do you think you compare to what he knows?
He never took off his mask, and look where we are now.
All parties involved are ready to start the test and to win. Leave a comment to stump Eljay below, and when we return, we find out the contestants' results. Our story continues at Chantilly, Virginia. I'm here at the Ultimate International BIONICLE Trivia Challenge. The contestants are in good spirits as they begin to hear the questions, feeling confident that Eljay isn't nearly as smart as he thinks he is. Per Eljay's request, I graded part of the contestants' papers. The results surprised both the attendees and Eljay. I noticed a lot of wrong answers were similar, and I asked the attendees about the ethics of copying on a test, a horrendous activity I disavowed doing ever again after getting caught freshman year. Now, do you believe that collaboration is fair play?
I don't know. We saw other people doing it, so we figured if they were going to do it, we were too.
That actually was what caused me to fail, though, because everyone else was determined that no, it wasn't the Bakari that showed up that much. No, it was absolutely this other mask. Why do you think it's the Bakari? So I was like, okay, and I changed my answer, and Bakari was the right answer.
Where contestants such as LQ and Klenda failed through their own mishaps, others such as Leo were at a loss as how to correctly answer. So how did you feel when it was asked on the written part, what was the name of the shadowed one? Reactions like these were in fact all part of Eljay's scheme. Did you expect any of them to actually know the answers, though?
Of course not. Who knows this stuff outside of, me and maybe Swart. Maybe. I mean, stuff is so niche and hard to come by. You basically need to comb every single page and article on BS01, not the Bionicle Wikia. That place is awful. TV tropes, BZ Power, the Greg discussion topic archive, absolutely everywhere to get this kind of information. I didn't think anyone wanted to waste the time.
However, disaster struck for Eljay, as about 10 people had in fact scoured the internet for this information. Take me through your thought process when it turned out there were actually people who made it beyond the first stage.
Obviously, I was stunned. I did not expect anyone to actually clear my test. So, looking at the people who had, I figured one of two things. Either they're like me, and they actually cared enough to win, or they cheated.
One of them was Ford, who you may have noticed an intense close-up of his face at 6 minutes and 58 seconds into the previous video. For him, it was a stroke of luck to have come this far. In this second round of the Bionicle Trivia Challenge, contestants such as Ford are asked a question by Eljay, and if they get it wrong, they are eliminated. People, including himself, are concerned whether or not he will survive.
Yeah.
You look panicked. Tell me about your experience in the hot seat.
Well, I think it was just the notion that, yes, maybe I can actually get that grand prize. That was kind of weighing down on me a bit.
I thought that Ford was probably going to explode or implode. He's very, very competitive.
Over time, Eljay draws closer to keeping the grand prize for himself, but Ford has so far prevented himself from exploding and is the last of two contestants.
What'd you say?
Bob Johnsen.
Yes!
Ford gets his answer correct.
Clear on, which tribe was Samad mistakenly said to be a part of? Yeah. Correct answer was Jungle.
And as the final opponent, Cal, gets his answer wrong.
You don't have his face reaction right now?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, get his face, he won!
Congratulations, Ford, you did it!
Ultimately be praised!
Absolutely baffled, Ford takes his stride to the prize with the spirits of Bob Thompson and Greg Farshty watching in approval.
That's bigger than him.
Ford takes a moment to reflect on this moment of fame positively.
I remember taking the picture with Black Six and Eljay, and they were holding the box on each side while I was like kind of leaning on it a bit.
Eljay, having just lost this collection by chance, is not as thrilled. So run me through your thought process when it came to the fact that someone actually won the challenge.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, first, I went through all of the stages of grief. It was gone. My pride and joy, my quiz that I'd slaved over for so long, and then this Galidor comes in and just wins it all. It's like, do you know who I am? Huh?
Salt was rubbed in the wound as Eljay photographs Ford examining his winnings. With small consolation, he and the crowd find out there are no rare collectibles inside. I inquired of a Bionicle Trivia Challenge too, but it seems neither host nor champion will be back at it again next year.
I don't know if I'm going to do a Bionicle Trivia Challenge next year. I need to hit up Black Six, say, hey, how's it hanging? What are we going to do about next year? But, I don't know, I might do something a little bit harder. I don't know, maybe a Legends of Chima quiz. Possibly Galidor even.
I don't know where I'm going to be in a year. So it's kind of up in the air right now if I'm even going to go to BrickFair next year.
For now, Eljay remains prizeless, and Ford remains the defending champion. Next up, we take a look at another big event revolving around another cancelled toy line, after this intermission. This intermission is brought to you by the Shadowlands laser tag, which is right next to the Dulles Expo Center, and allowed me to use the alias Bionicle G3. Thank you.
You must be hungry.
I'd rather have pizza.
This is Nick Bluetooth, the protagonist of the show Galidor. The show promoted a toy line of buildable action figures by LEGO.
Did I tell you I hate Keck? Many times. And as the great Finnic philosopher Uliana said, put a sock in it.
Ambitiously aiming for 5 seasons and 2 movies, Galidor was cut down after 2 seasons, leaving the toy line with a lifespan from only 2002 to 2003. For years, Galidor was not taken seriously in the community. Perhaps we're still not at that point, but one cannot turn a blind eye to the fact that Galidor got a table and a Q&A panel at BrickFair this year, all thanks to a renaissance sparked by 2 LEGO designers, Nick and Neek. Nick and Neek first planted the seeds by frequently posting new Galidor creations on Twitter that they had made. Nick then saw results crop up with the release of the LEGO Ninjago movie Ninjago City set, as people reacted to the Galidor minifig and sticker in the set. Galidor fever came to a head on April Fool's Day, when Nick and Neek released a Construction Nick Bluetooth, which fueled further rumors of its return. With all the fan designs that had come along the way, it culminated in Kevin Hinkle, also known as Bevan Binkle, inviting Matthew Ewald, who is Nick Bluetooth's actor, to come to BrickFair. This would be his first time speaking about Galidor at an event in years, and the first time being at a Galidor event since its cancellation. From personal experience, meeting fans can be surreal at times. Imagine how Matthew must have felt with an entourage that formed as soon as he set foot in BrickFair. Unfortunately, there aren't photos of the crowd swarming him as he walked to do his Q&A Friday evening.
It's a terrible joke. Thank you so much. But no, thank you truly for being here, for caring. I could never thank you enough.
Matthew's full Q&A can be found elsewhere, but at the end, he receives loud praises. The evening closes out with a long line for autographs. For the average person or LEGO fan, both events today may not seem that special, but for those who take the time to be invested, these events become deeply fulfilling. Have a great evening from Chantilly, Virginia. Till next time, see ya!